Hey folks, and welcome back to the River City Girls playthrough part 3. In the last part we stopped right at the mall entrance, but before I decided to do that, I had turned the game off, and whenever you turn the game off and start, you start off at the last area you are in. That's why I'm in the beginning of this section right here, because I had turned the game off after that recording session. Because I was tired, I decided, you know what, I'm gonna, this is enough recording for today. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep. And that's exactly what I did. So we are going to go into the mall, folks, and we're going to go ahead and get wherever information we need. And I just wanted to show off that level up too, because I could have entirely skipped that part of me leveling up, but you know, for those who have that keen eye, they would have saw that and would have been saying, hey, he leveled up off screen. So I'm gonna try to show off as much as, you know, me leveling up. I'm also going to skip me going to the dojo, getting new moves and stuff, because I want you guys to be surprised when you go and get it yourself. But there is a Sabo statue. I don't know if you folks can see it. It's covered by the palm trees. Like I stated before, in the earlier parts, I'm going to try to get as much as those statues as I can to show off the good ending. It's not promised. I'm just going to try my best. So whatever happens, happens. But how are you folks doing today? I hope you having a good day. I hope you had a great day. And if not, I do thank you for watching or watching me, a nerd, ranting about stuff in the games I like to play. And I totally messed that my own motto up. But yeah, in this part, folks, it's going to be some heavy backtracking. So I'm going to be editing that, because you folks don't want to see that. It'll make this video 3 times as longer as it already is. Anyways, I don't know if I talked about the music in River City Ranch. I keep saying River City Ransom in River City Girls. I don't know if I talked about the music, but the music's okay. It's got a little bit of that, I don't know if you want to say, it's not really techno, I would say pop. Bit of that anime feel to it. It's okay at best. Some of the tracks are pretty funky, but you know, me, as I stated before, I'm a music buff. You folks know that. But yeah, anyway, just go off the quick tangent. I did something incredibly stupid today. I was going to turn on my PS4 to get a little bit of gaming in, and I dropped it. This is like the 3rd time I dropped my PS4. And you know, when you drop something, especially a console, your heart just goes into panic mode, because number one, you paid a lot of money for it, and number two, you don't want to see that money wasted, scattered all over the floor. So basically, I just checked to make sure to see if it was alright. It was a part that came out in the back of it. I was able to reattach that part. It didn't take long to do that, but still, my heart was in panic mode. I had to make sure that the PlayStation turned on, because that's what you want to do as soon as you drop a console. For those of you who have ever dropped a console, if you never dropped a console in your life, you are extremely lucky that you don't have to go through that. Especially like, I don't sit my consoles on the floor. That's the number one thing. I don't sit it on the floor because, number one, I'm going to trip over it, and number two, I actually like having it sitting on my dresser. So that's where I have my current consoles at now. I don't have all my consoles because they wouldn't be able to fit on my dresser, because it's already clouded with other stuff that really don't need to be on there, but it is. But yeah, yeah, I do have a collection of consoles. I don't know if I actually went over the collection I have, but I got a lot of consoles. I especially have my, what I don't have and I really miss is my original, PlayStation. I don't know what happened to that, my original, PlayStation, but I do have my PlayStation 2, which has sadly died on me. It no longer run any of the PlayStation 2 discs. So I am currently looking for another PlayStation 2 to get, and they're still surprisingly expensive, depending on where you go to get it. Um, and we're talking to Hiroshi again. He actually has his comics, and he's gonna deliver a line that's actually kind of pretty sad, but it kind of correlates to me and what I do. You're gonna actually hear it here in a bit, but yeah, we actually found out that the second boss hangs around the construction site, so we're gonna be actually heading there as soon as we can. But yeah, he said literally any time his life is pretty boring. I can relate to you, man. Sadly, but here on the map shows us where we need to go. Always use that map, folks. If you don't know where to go, you're gonna be seeing me pull that map up actually multiple times as needed to be. This room right here is really not necessary to be in here yet, but I'm just using it to grind out experience points because I want to be ready for this guy as much as I can. But anyway, just to go on that tangent about the consoles I have, yeah, my PlayStation 2's dead and gone. They still kind of, they a little expensive depending on where you get it from. I don't know what version I want to get when I eventually get the PS2 back, because I've had the Slim and the original bulky design when it came out. So I don't know which one is better. I would say honestly the Slim, but I guess it's just a matter of preference. I still have my PS3, although I am looking to get a PS3 that is backwards compatible with the PlayStation 2. Don't know why, I just do. I think that'll save a lot of time as far as getting a PS2, but I would have the PS2 for novelty stakes. So I would get the original. If not, I would, because I still have the bulky PS3. I think it's the one with the 80 gigs or something like that. Or it's something that's not backwards compatible with the PlayStation 2 games. Although all PlayStation 3 games can play PlayStation 1 games. So I don't have any problem when it comes to emulation PlayStation 1 games. But anyway, I leveled up again, so my stats are increased. Not by much, but it's something at least. I'm not going to be showing off all the shops because I don't feel it's necessary to. If I find something interesting in there, I'll be able to go into the shop and show you, only if it's interesting. But most of the shops are pretty much the same, folks, just to be honest. But anyway, yeah, and of course I have my limited edition Call of Duty PS4 that I got like 3 years ago. Yeah, it's a limited edition Call of Duty. I don't even know why I got that. Oh, because they were doing a sale on Black Friday. They were doing you get a 1 terabyte hard drive PS4, and you know, you get the controllers in the game, because it was like a you know how they do those bundle packs with PS4 sometimes, like you'll get a special edition PS4 with the game. It was either between that and Call of Duty. It was between, I'm sorry, it was between Call of Duty and Star Wars. I should have went with Star Wars, but it was a generic black PS4, so I didn't want to go that direction. I wanted to be unique, so I went with the Call of Duty with the you know, army colors with the controller too. But you know what? Hey, if it works, it works. And at the time of this recording, in actually the year of this recording, I should say, the PS5 is coming out. And you know, either sooner or later the PS5 is going to have a slim version. I'm not going to get the PS5 right away because I don't feel it's necessary to. I'm not that person that spends money on the newest console that comes out. I wait a while, hence me getting a Switch and hence me getting the PS4. I did not get those the year it came out. I waited a couple of years afterwards. Because, number one, I don't have the money like that. If you have the money to get a console soon as it comes out, more power to you. Because I can't. I'm way too poor, folks. But anyway, yeah. So that's my brief history on PlayStation consoles, at least. Nintendo is a whole new different beast. I rarely have any Nintendo consoles. I do have the Switch. I do have the Wii. Which I've actually went through two of those. The first Wii I had was a black Wii, and I did something stupid to that and ended up breaking it. And so I had to go with the generic white Wii, which I had got from GameStop, which I am regretting getting from GameStop. But anyway, I did have a GameCube. I had the what was it? The regular Indigo GameCube. But that GameCube originally wasn't mine. It was D's. Yeah, that cut right there is that I went to the dojo and I've racked up a little bit of experience, but not enough to level up. I just went to the dojo to get some new moves. That was what that was mostly about. But yeah, Yamada, he's up here. He's this way actually. So we'll be able to see the boss fight with him in just a few. There's another Sabo statue right there. If I'm pronouncing it right, I believe I'm pronouncing it right. I actually thought Yamada was up this ladder right here, but you can't even interact with this ladder, so that was just me being stupid. Um, yeah, my Nintendo history isn't all that grand. I had a 64. Actually, my younger brother still had that 64. I'm trying, because I had a lot of games of that 64, folks. I'm talking about some classics. I had Mario Party 60, Mario Party 64. I had Mario Party 2, Super Mario 64. I had GoldenEye, actually. Tony Hawk Pro Skater, a couple of good games. And they do not know where that console is. And it's kind of taking me off a little bit because Nintendo 64 is a good console, folks. Even though is it Nintendo's last cartridge, bulky cartridge? Yeah, I think it is because after the N64 was the GameCube that used the disc. We used the disc, and then it looked like they went back to cartridge with the Switch. Those things are so small, folks. Like, you can chew on those things. Like, you could get a pet to chew on those things, and you would not even know it until, unfortunately, the pet pooped it out. But, yeah, you got to be careful with those, folks. I have, what I have with mine is the carrying case for the Switch Lite, and also with the carrying case for the games. So I'm not trying to lose those things, because I paid money for those, and I didn't get those cheap. So, yeah, we have a flashback. God, I love Masako. She does not care about this kid's flashback at all. And Yamada, he's like totally ignoring her. He don't care. He's gonna tell his story, and he got one. But yeah, this story, basically, Yamada moved as a kid. He's pretty much telling the story as is, so I don't really need to go over it. But yeah, as we can see, we're gonna see here in a little bit. Yamada's not a pushover. This guy is strong, and as a matter of fact, when I first faced Yamada, I had trouble with him, and I think because I was under level. And I'm sorry that I'm talking through these cutscenes, folks. They have the little capture box here, so you can kind of read, because you can read as it go along. So that's why I'm not shutting up. It's been a while since I've did a Let's Play, so that's why I'm pretty much talking over it. So if you folks wanted to, you can go on YouTube and look up the cutscenes for this game. It's not really all that interesting, but it does give a characterization on the you know, the enemy that you're fighting backgrounds. Well, he's the first. I don't think they had one on the first boss. Anyway, there is a helicopter that is just circling around my house, and it is giving me a headache. It is so if you do hear something that's kind of like swirling around and whatnot, that's most likely the helicopter that won't go away. I thought they're not supposed to, you know, I know helicopters come out late at night and they're mostly looking for somebody or something, but don't they have an average span time to do that? I mean, oh man, I've already got a headache. I tried waiting as long as I could for them to go away to continue this recording. You guys aren't going to notice because of the magic power of editing. But man, I've already got a headache. But anyway, we're about to get ready to fight Yamada. Yamada's, if you're not prepared for Yamada, he's going to be tough for a second boss. So basically, all the bosses have the same strategy. You can get a few hits in and run away, because if you stay too long while you're wailing on the boss, you're gonna eventually get hurt yourself. So just get a few hits when the opportunity presents itself and back away. That's the safest strategy I can give you. But the bosses are gonna get tougher, unfortunately. So that strategy is not gonna work for long. So just do what you can, and you'll be okay. In this case, Yamada here, I was kind of already ready for him because I've already fought this guy before, so I kind of know his strategy. Um, yeah, like I said, he takes damage from falling off the roof. So if you can, it's not much though. So if you can see about hitting him off the roof, it's not gonna always work. But that was always, yeah. If you fall off the roof yourself, yeah, it's gonna hurt. But see, I have items on standby. This is the remember that mission we had to do about getting the double Murph burger, double Merv or whatever it's called. It heals you 60% of your stamina, but the downside is it's gonna decrease your speed. So this is a bad idea as far as fighting Yamada, but it's the only big health boost that I'm gonna be able to get. And Yamada, he has items circling around him. He has one health item that can, if you grab it in time, you can restore your health, but if you don't, then you're gonna get damaged, obviously. So, yeah, just make sure you have the right items with you, and this boss shouldn't be that hard. Time consuming, yeah, but it shouldn't be that hard though, because I am just taking my time dwelling on this guy. Even though I'm at level 9, I think when I first fought this guy, I was like at level 6 or something like that. And I was having a tough time with this guy because when I first played this game, I was just speeding through it, folks. I wasn't really doing any of the extra stuff I needed to do until close to end game, when I needed to grind for the extra experience points. So I'm pretty much I thought I could block that, but apparently not. But yeah, he's gonna be going into a second phase of the fight. You'll see here in just a few where he's gonna be, actually I think he's doing it now. You're gonna see him kind of crouch down and do, you'll see, it's kind of hard to explain when he actually does it, but the screen goes black and he shoots out this fire and it follows you, so you got to be careful not to get hit by it. If you don't get hit by it, you're gonna see what happens. See a flame, a pillar of flame. The screen does turn back to normal, after a little while. But yeah, he's starting to do that attack more often. Just be careful, because now that his health is dwindling, it's gonna. And what I should have been using is my striker, but I was holding it on to her for some reason or another. But yeah, this double Murph burger, it does have its benefits, and oh man, it decreases your speed, but it doesn't, your speed doesn't stay like it is, only for a little while. So I mean, if you could deal with that, because wow, how did I not get thrown off the roof there? But yeah, he's spinning more objects around now. It's easy to avoid the objects, if you are patient and still get your hits in and whatnot, because the objects have a pattern, so they're moving in and out quickly, actually. So, my advice for fighting this guy is just do the best that you can. You can follow my strategy. You don't really need to, but man, just curve stomped him into the ground. He didn't even get a chance to get up. There was no point in him getting up right there. He should have just stayed on the ground. But those KO signs that show up, it reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. And so many people want that game back for the PS4, just to have it. Because if you didn't get it while it was on the PS3, you kind of, you're kind of SOL. But yeah, that KO just reminds me of Scott Pilgrim. A lot of this stuff in the game reminds me of Scott Pilgrim, actually. So, it's not bad. Maybe that's why people like this game so much. But anyway, folks, this is going to do it for part 3. The next time we meet out, we're going to go after the next boss. But it might not be that simple. What did I mean? You find out in the next part, folks. Take care and have a good night.